Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. First of all, I would like to pay my homage to the 3 Point Gems, to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. I would like to pay my highly respect to our most venerable Dr. Rangkamachandawi Malathero, the professor and associate professor of Buddhist College of Singapore, and also the abbot of this monastery in this temple. And I would like to express my profound thanks that you invite me for today's Dhamma Talk. I would like to pay my highly respect to all dear venerable who are resident in this monastery, and I would like to say good afternoon to all dear devotees, the group of 8 preceptors who join our program today. I am very pleased to be here in today's event that I am going to share with all of you on the specific topic about the Noble Eightfold Path, and it is in Pali we call Ariya Adhangika Magga. Yeah, Ariya Adhangika Magga in English as the Noble Eightfold Path, and it is the path leads to the Nibbana or liberation. So in Buddhism, the Noble Eightfold Path can be found in various places or various sutta. And one of the most important and well-known sutta is called the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. Most of you may know this sutta. It is a very first sermon of the Buddha that he taught to the 5 bhikkhu, which were Kondanya, Vapya, Phatiya, Asachi, and Mahanama. He taught in the very first sermon after his enlightenment. Yeah, and Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta we can find in the Sangyutta Nikaya of the Sutta Pitaka. And the other sutta, we also can find the teaching of the Noble Eightfold Path, which is in the Sajja Vibhanga Sutta. And this sutta is one of the sutta that delivered by the most disciple of the Buddha, Venerable Sariputta. And some he said that the Noble Eightfold Path has been delivered in detail by the Venerable Sariputta. Yeah, in the Sajja Vibhanga Sutta, it is in the Majjhima Nikaya of the Sutta Pitaka. But in similar ways, the Buddha himself also taught or preached the Noble Eightfold Path in another sutta, which is called Vibhanga Sutta in the Sangyutta Nikaya. Yeah. So these are some sutta that we can find the teaching of the Noble Eightfold Path. And there, the 8 preceptors, the teaching of the Noble Eightfold Path is very, very important for us as lay people, and as well as we can say the Buddhist practice. As I have just said in the beginning that it is the path leading to the cessation of suffering, or it is the path leading to nirvana, which is the ultimate goal of Buddhism. Yeah. And beside these three sutta, the Noble Eightfold Path is also taught in Mahasatipatthana Sutta, which is one of the very most important sutta about the meditation practice. Yeah, which is in the Tikha Nikaya of the Sangyutta Nikaya, Sutta Pitaka as well. So these are some sources that all of you can find the teaching of the Noble Eightfold Path. Besides my Dhamma talk today, if you want to find out more the real meaning from the Buddha or his disciple, you also can find out more there. Okay, so I would like to express a bit that the teaching of the Noble Eightfold Path also can categorize into the threefold trainings in Buddhism, which are called Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. In English, mean morality, concentration, and wisdom. So, what are the Noble Eightfold Paths? The Noble Eightfold Paths are, in Pali we call Samadhi, Sama Sankappa, Sama Vacha, Sama Kammanta, Sama Ajiva, Sama Vayama, Sama Sati, and Sama Samadhi. So these are the Noble Eightfold Paths, which are in English. Samadhi means right view, and some translate as right understanding. Sama Sankappa in English we translate as right intentions, and some translate as right thought. Sama Vacha in English, right speech. Sama Kammanta, right action. Sama Ajiva, right livelihood. Sama Vayama, right effort. Sama Sati, right mindfulness. Sama Samadhi, right concentration. Or somehow Samadhi means meditation. Yeah. So this is right path. We can categorize under the threefold training of Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. The first two, Samadhi and Sama Sankappa, can be categorized under the Samadhi. And Sama Vacha, Sama Kammanta, and Sama Ajiva can be categorized under Sila, or we call morality. And Sama Vayama, Sama Sati, and Sama Samadhi can be categorized under the Samadhi. Yeah. So when we talk about Sila, Samadhi, Panya, it can be compared with the three, we can say, the core teaching of the Buddha, the summaries of Sappapa Pasa Akaranang, Kusalasu Pasampata, Satchata Parayota Panang, Etang Puntahana Sasanang. So, Sila. So, Sappapa Pasa Akaranang, not to do any evil. Yeah. Kusalasau Pasampata mean to do or to commit and all the wholesome deeds. Yeah. And Satchata Parayota Panang, to purify one mind. These are the teaching of all the Buddhas. So, when we compare to this, we can say that the Noble Eightfold Path seems to be the core teaching of Buddhism. So we can see that it is very important for us as Buddhists to learn and to practice. And it is said that the knowledge of the Four Noble Truths, it is not only the intellectual knowledge, but it is a practical. Yeah, we need to learn and practice in order to realize the truth. As for us, or for all of you today, that you have joined this special program about the 8 precepts, so you have the great opportunity to learn more about the core value of the Buddha that can show you the path to the ultimate goals. To the ultimate goal. Okay. So I'm sorry, I have a drink for a bit. Okay. Yeah, so thank you, my Venerable. And let's move back to our Noble Eightfold Path. I will talk one by one, and I would like to say that for today's Dhamma Talk, it is like a kind of introduction to the Noble Eightfold Path. I can only talk briefly to it because of the time limit. So maybe in the next time, if we have the chance or opportunity, we can come and learn more about it. So let's talk about the Noble Eightfold Path. The first one is Samadhi, which is in right view or right understanding. So what is right view or right understanding? Right view or right understanding in Buddhism, we refer to, to rely or we refer to the view of the truth. Or the cause and effect. But here it is about the Noble Eightfold, the Four Noble Truths. And then the view we can see. The truth of suffering, the truth of the cause of suffering, the truth of the cessation of suffering, and the truth of the path leading to the cessation of suffering. So come to this. I would like to emphasize that some may think that the Noble Eightfold Path is one of the categories of the Four Noble Truths, which is the fourth path of the Four Noble Truths. But when we come to the Noble Eightfold Path, the first path of the Noble Eightfold Path, it includes the Four Noble Truths as well. So this is a kind of circle that it depends on each other. Okay, so let's move to the second one, which is called Sammasankappa. In English, we say right intentions or right thought. So what is right thought? Here, right thought means the thought of renunciation, the thought of goodwill, and the thought of harmlessness. So these are the three thoughts about the right thought or right intention. In Buddhism, which is the second path. As I have mentioned, today just a brief Dhamma talk. I cannot go to detail. Maybe in the later time, if you have any question, we can discuss a bit more about it. So let's move to the third one, which is Samma Vajja. What is Samma Vajja? Samma Vajja in English means right speech. And this is very important in our life. Most people want to speak. Especially for lay people as all of you. If you come to the monastery, maybe you are aware of your speech. You may want to listen more, like today you want to listen to me. But if you are in the market, or if you are go somewhere with your friend, maybe you talk a lot, right? So in Buddhism, to practice the right speech, the Buddha advised us to avoid four kinds of speech. So the first one is telling lies. You need to avoid. Some people, they want to make a joke, and sometimes it is not truth. They just want to say it out. So you need to be aware of it. And the second one is harsh speech. The third one is divisive speech. And last one is idle speech. Somehow we can say talkative, but without any meaning. After listening to our speech, people cannot take any benefit from it. So these are the four speech that the Buddha advised us to be away from it. Yeah. So these are the four speech that we need to avoid. And let's move to the fourth one, which is Samma Kammanta, which is right action. Right action. So right action here, the Buddha advised us to refrain from three kinds of action. The first one is killing any kinds of creation being. Yes, killing here not only human being, as we know that some people may think that the Buddha may not allow us to kill only people or big animal, but it is not true. All kind of being that have life. Yeah. Okay. And the second one is refraining from stealing. As you know, you can compare yourself with the others. If someone come and steal your property, your money, or maybe you put the shoe behind you, someone stealing, you may feel angry with them, right? So it is the same. You should not steal the property of the other because they may feel angry and it is the unwholesome deed. Yeah. If the other people know that you steal something from them, they may angry with you and they say something bad to you. Okay. The third one is the refraining from sexual misconduct. Yeah. So these are the three actions that the Buddha advised us to avoid. Okay. So the fifth one, which is Samma Ajiva, which is we follows the Buddha's teaching and the advice from the Buddha. For you as lay people, you live by working or doing business. So there are many kind of business this day, maybe online and offline. But whatever you do, just be aware of the five kind of business which the Buddha not allow us to do. The first one, the business in human being, the business in animal for meat, the business in weapons, the business in intoxicants, and the business in poison. So these are the five business that the Buddha not allow us to do. Why? Because it is a kind of harmful business, maybe to ourselves and to other people as well. So that's why the Buddha do not allow us to do. And the other business, like there are many million kind of business you can do. Just be aware from it. Samma Vayama. What is Samma Vayama and how to practice it? Samma Vayama is, we need to, in English we call right effort. And the right effort, how we have the effort in our life. Maybe in our day-to-day life, we need to work hard, we need to put an effort to find money, to work very hard in order to support our families. So this is a kind of effort. But here in Buddhism, there are four kinds of efforts. The first one, the effort of, we can say, preventing the unreasoned, unwholesome state or quality to arrive. The second one, the effort of, we can say, eliminating the unreasoned, unwholesome from our mind or from ourselves. The third one, the effort of, we can say, preventing or looking after the reason wholesome actions within us, and the last one, the effort of we can say generating the recent wholesome action or wholesome deed. In simply, we can say that the first one, we need to try to stop any bad action that have not arrived within us, not allow them to happen. And the second one, we eliminate everything that we think that it is the bad, something that unwholesome deeds within our thought, our mind, our action. We need to eliminate them. Third one, every good action that has happened within ourselves, within our thought, we just keep it. And last one, we need to save more good deeds for our life. Yeah. So these are the four efforts in Buddhism, which is in the sixth path of the Noble Eightfold Path. Yeah. So let's move to the seventh one, means Sama Vayama, Samasati. Yeah. Sama Vayama and Samasati, the seventh one. It means right mindfulness. It is previous that when we talk about the mindfulness, we may think of the awareness. It is about how to live in the present moment. And when we talk about this, we always refer to the four foundations of mindfulness, which is the contemplations on the body, Kayanupassana, the contemplations on feeling, Vedananupassana, the contemplations on mind, Chittanupassana, and the contemplations on Dhamma, we call Dhammanupassana. So Kayanupassana Satipatthana, we just think or contemplate that body as the body. Vedananupassana Satipatthana, we contemplate that feeling as feeling. Chittanupassana Satipatthana, we contemplate that mind as mind. And Dhammanupassana Satipatthana, we contemplate that Dhamma as Dhamma. And here, without any reactions, we just observe. Knowing means just be aware of it. And here, about our life, we just live in the present moment. Like right now, all of you attending the 8 Precept program. So don't care about maybe when you go back you can think about your family or your property or something else, your business. But right now you are in the Dhamma Talk. So just be with the Dhamma, listen and understand. Yeah. Okay. So these are the 4 foundations of mindfulness. And the next one is about Samadhi. Yeah. Samadhi. So Samadhi, in English we call right concentrations. Right concentrations. It is the practice of meditations to attend, or we can say to enter to the jhana in Buddhism. And they are in Buddhism, maybe some of you have studied some sets about the 4 jhana, 5 jhana and the others. But right now I would like to talk about the 4 jhana, and which is called the first jhana, second jhana and fourth jhana. And in this 4 jhana, we can talk about we can say the jhanic factors, which is the first jhana have 5 factors: Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, and Ekaggata. In English, mean the initial applications, the sustained application, joy, happiness, and one-pointedness. So the first jhana have 5, and the second jhana we have joy, happiness, and one-pointedness. And the third jhana we have 2, which is the happiness and one-pointedness. And the fourth jhana we have 2, but we add the equanimity, upekkha, and one-pointedness. Yeah, ekaggata. So these are the factors of the jhana from the first to the fourth jhana. So these are the 8 factors of the Noble Eightfold Path. And I would like to conclude my speech by raising some views of the scholars by the some Buddhist scholars. The first one is Venerable Bhikkhu Bodhi. He is a very most famous Buddhist scholar. He has translated a lot of texts in Buddhism, and he also spends many years studying in Sri Lanka. One, he said that the essence of the Buddha teaching can be summed up into 2 principles. The first one is the Noble Eightfold Path, and the second one is the first one is the Four Noble Truths, and second is the Noble Eightfold Path. So this is the words from him. And the second one, he also mentioned that the best well-known of the 7 sects, of course, the Noble Eightfold Path, that which leads to Nirvana. So these are the 2 statements from the Bhikkhu Bodhi. And the other Buddhist scholar is Rice David. He has mentioned that I have examined all religious system of the world, but I have found nothing so noble and beautiful as the Noble Eightfold Path. So from this statement, we can say that the Noble Eightfold Path is the most beautiful and noble as compared to the practice in other religions. This is from the Rice David. So in conclusion, I would like to emphasize that the knowledge of Noble Eightfold Path is not the intellectual knowledge, it is a practical. When we learn, when we remember, we need to practice in order to realize the truth, which is to liberate ourselves from suffering. So before I end up my speech, I would like to dedicate today Dhamma Talk to all sentient beings in this world. So may all sentient beings be free from suffering and realize the truth, which is the truth of the Dhamma. May all of you free from suffering, and may all of you realize the truth, which is Nibbana. So please chant the dedicated merit together. Dukkhapatta janim tungkha payam panta janim paya sukam panta jani suka hontu sabbe pepaneno. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.